Amidst the current unrest situation seen in the Middle East, where Israel is now anticipating a potential direct attack from Iran that could trigger an all-out war in the Middle East, what could one be doing to protect his or her portfolio? While we all do not want a war to be breaking up, especially one that could potentially escalate into World War III, fingers crossed, what happens if war is to break out, and what does that mean to our portfolio? More importantly, how can we be identifying stocks to be trading or potentially benefiting from a situation where war actually escalates? Now, I've been telling my students that in such a scenario, the industry that will likely be a key beneficiary of a situation where more spending will be directed towards war efforts would be the aerospace and defense industry. So that is one particular industry that I have highlighted my students to take a closer look at, potentially to be looking for trade ideas in that. And in today's video, I want to be highlighting one particular stock that most people would not actually have heard of. That particular counter is called Axon Enterprise. And Axon Enterprise is basically a counter, or basically a company that it's in the business of providing tasers. Those being used in the police force. They are one of the market leaders in this arena. So they are in the business of providing tasers to the police force. And they are not in just the business of providing taser related products, but recently they have also gone into the drone business. And more importantly, they have been leveraging on AI technology in terms of their software to help them to scale up the administrative staff of the work, so that it makes it so much easier for our police force members to be focusing on what matters, which is to ensure the public safety instead of being buried under all the paperwork that is actually necessary for them to be doing as well. So these are products and services that this company is at the forefront of. I believe that with the current unrest in Middle East and potentially spreading to all other parts of the world, we have seen unrest in the UK as well. So this could be a company that deserves further investigation into. Now, coming into its financials, just taking a quick look at its financials, this company has been steadily growing its revenue over the past decade, as can be seen over here. However, in terms of profitability on a net income basis, it is generating pretty marginal net income from 2014 onwards, and it tries to scale up back in 2020, 2021. That was also during the period of COVID. So even during COVID period, the company managed to increase its sales, but bottom line took a hit. But since then, 2022, you can see that there's actually a rapid turnaround in terms of its financials, with the company from losses of 60 million generating 147 million in net profits in 2022, and that figure continues to scale in 2023, and for the last 12 months, the number is coming in at about 219 million. And the expectation is for this company to be growing relatively strong moving forward as well. So this is a 27 billion company. It is not cheap. It is not cheap based on the current earning standard, but this is definitely a fast growing company that could warrant further investigation into. Now, in terms of fundamentals, I think it is doing well in terms of growth. But today, if you're looking at it from a trading perspective, if you've got no intention to be getting into this counter for the long term, you want to be looking at trading opportunities, this is where you can be using a trading software like the Trader's GPS to be helping you in terms of that timing execution. Coming into the Trader's GPS platform, we can go over to its price chart. We can enter the ticker AXON, Axon Enterprise, and you can see over here that it is in a nice uptrend since, I would say, back in 2022. So as the company starts to show profitability, that is where the market has actually recognized that and has been pushing the share price up pretty consistently over the past 2 years. So yes, the company share price has been doing well in conjunction with better fundamentals. At this current juncture, is it worth to be taking a shot at this company? As you can see from the chart, it is trading at an all-time high level. Is there potentially a signal to be entering at this current juncture if we want to be trading the counter? The answer is yes. As you can see over here, that there's positive signal, green arrow, and that is potentially a trigger for us to be engaging on this counter. As and when the candlestick changes from blue to red, that could be a signal to exit. So you can see that recently the candlestick has changed from red to blue, and there's a signal for entry based on the green arrow, and this is where we can be looking to trigger into our entry. So yes, the share price is at an all-time high, but this is one particular counter where it is backed by the current macro environment. It's backed by stronger fundamentals, and in terms of technicals wise, momentum wise, it is also looking pretty strong. So you can see that the bump up in terms of share price is likely due to earnings related news, whereby the company just released a pretty good set of earnings that have met the market's expectation, and especially for its forward forecast in terms of the adoption of AI, etc. So this is one particular counter whereby it is worth taking a closer look. It is in the aerospace and defense industry, one industry that I'm quite bullish about within the current context where war could be breaking out anytime in the Middle East, and that could be a huge beneficiary for aerospace and defense related companies. So once again, I think this is a potential counter that could be seeing strength. So yes, you are buying high. You are definitely buying at a high elevated level, but that does not mean that a high price stock cannot go higher. So this is basically a very simple way for us to be using the Traders GPS platform to identify counters that has shown strength. And this is one counter that I am quite positive about. So for those of you who are interested to check out more about the Trader GPS platform and how easy it is to be using this particular platform to be selecting right stocks at the right time to be executing your trades, do click on the link in this video. Thank you very much.
Hope you liked the video. If you are interested in finding out more about using the systematic trading system, which I and 5,000 students use to create generational wealth from trading, click on the first link below to join our live web class to learn more.